For those of you who don't know, Brookhaven finally updated, and it launched a lot of new things. But today, I want to do something different because this update is really good, but there's something missing, like new changes to the map, because it doesn't have many new things. Actually, the update is quite simple. So for that, I called a friend who's going to help me do this. He said in the chat, "Let's go! I want to improve the update, so let's go." He'll have to get in my car. But now, I'll go back to the beginning. And here in this update, there's something very important missing. I said in the chat, "Do you know the first thing I'm going to add to my game?" Guys, I think he might know, but it seems like he doesn't. Guys, the first thing I'm going to add is this here. See? I don't know the name of this, but in Brookhaven, it's very simple. So I'm going to remove it, and also this other one. Now I added the new one, and it's much prettier, and it really looks like Christmas. Guys, this is much better, but there's something very important missing. Because guys, this really improved a lot, but something is missing. Exactly this. You can see that now my game is getting much prettier. It's really improving, and Brookhaven's update is starting to look nice. You can see there's this bridge, which is very beautiful, but that's not all I want to add to Brookhaven's map. There are more things I want to add, like this part. For those of you who don't know, there used to be this tree, so I added the tree back again, and it actually turned out pretty interesting. But I'm going to ask my friend what else I should add. I said here in the chat, what else should I add? But it seems like he doesn't know. So guys, I'll have to figure out by myself what I'm going to add to my game. But now I'm in the first version of Brookhaven. And for those of you who don't know why I'm here, it's because in this first version of Brookhaven, everything was different. Everything was really weird. But going under the map, we have the Christmas decorations, there's this candy, and also several interesting things that I'm sure you've never seen before. So I'm going to copy all of this, and I'll add it to the map I'm making. Starting with this candy. Perfect! I grabbed this candy, but guys, it's really big. I'll put this candy right in this shop, so I'll place it exactly here, and now I'll have to shrink it. Perfect! Now it's smaller, but it's floating. Perfect! I added several candies, and it turned out pretty cool, but now I'm going to shrink them, and you can see this is turning out really good. The decorations are really improving a lot, but there's still a lot missing, like this part. For those of you who don't know, here we have the secret Christmas car, and it looks exactly like this. It's really cool. You can fly with it, and it works like a helicopter, but it's an even cooler helicopter. But I want to improve this in my Brookhaven. First, I'll take this block, and I'll make it bigger. I'll leave it just like this. But now I've added a secret effect, and you can see it looks like this, but it's kind of weird. I thought it was going to look like this, but it actually turned out like this. Perfect! Now it's prettier. It's really much better. So I'll do this again. Perfect! I'm done, and you can see it looks like this. It's actually pretty interesting. I think it's more attractive and grabs much more attention from the players, especially because it's very shiny. It turned out really interesting, and it matches with this sign. But guys, this star is too simple, so I'm going to modify it as well. Perfect! I made it look just like this. It actually turned out pretty cool, much better than before. But guys, the restaurant has two colors, red and yellow, but here we only have red, so I'm going to make a change. I added this other LED and made it yellow. You can see it looks just like this. It turned out pretty cool, very interesting. And guys, inside here it looks kind of ugly, so unfortunately, I'll have to remove this because I don't want the restaurant to look bad. I said here in the chat, what else should I add? Because I don't have many ideas of what to add. He said in the chat, snow! Add realistic snow! Okay, I'll do just that. But first, I'm going to fall here, and oh my god, guys! Look at what happened to the player. He came back here, but the vehicle disappeared. It fell in the water and never appeared again. Guys, I'm going to add more realistic snow because, for those of you who don't know, the snow in Brookhaven is very simple. It starts snowing in the game, and then snow begins to appear here, but it's just too basic. In my opinion, it's time to change that. So I'll go in here and start modifying my game. First, I'll place this in random locations on the map. Perfect, guys! I made a lot of changes. And you can see we have a snowman, which turned out pretty cool. We also have snow on the ground in this other area too. And we have this thing that I forgot the name of. But besides all that, I have this item, which is a completely secret item I can use in the game. I can throw this snowball at other players, which is pretty fun. But there's something very weird about my map because it has snow in completely random spots, but the grass is still normal. In the original Brookhaven, the map gets completely covered in snow. So I see I'll need to add snow across the entire ground in my game. He said in the chat, this is going to be hard. Good luck! Thank you so much! I'll try to do it in a way that looks better and more realistic than Brookhaven because the Brookhaven one looks really bad. So I'll do it in a way that looks better. Perfect, guys! I added the snow, and you can see it looks really cool. It's really a more realistic snow, but I'm thinking about changing it to look like this here. Maybe, guys, it will turn out better. And I also need to change the sky because the current sky looks really bad. Maybe I could make it look like the Brookhaven sky. He said in the chat, no! Get a new sky! Oh, he wants me to get a new one. Alright, I'll do exactly that. Instead of using the Brookhaven sky, I'll find a new one that's really better. Perfect, guys! I changed it, and you can see it looks like this. Much better now. I added this new sky, and it feels really cold. But now I'll need to change the color of all the mountains to white. Because when it starts snowing in Brookhaven, everything that was green turns white due to the snow. So guys, I'll need to modify this, but it's going to be really hard. My friend is coming here, but I want to see which parts of the map are modified and which aren't. You can see there's a lot of snow here, but there's no snow over there. I don't know why there's no snow. Maybe the game's creator forgot. I don't don't know, but I'll have to select all the green blocks and change them. Perfect! I made it look like this, but it's still not complete. There are still these ones and many others missing. Perfect! Guys, I changed it, and it looks much better now. But there are still some parts missing, like this one or even these. Perfect! I modified everything. Now, it's really good, but there's still something missing, which are these crops. For those of you who don't know, I think since it's winter, it's Christmas, and it's snowing, maybe it would be cool to change the color of this here. He asked in the chat, what color? I think maybe white, or even gray. And also, the trees will need to change color because, in this Christmas update, some trees changed. Not all of them, but some were modified. But in my Brookhaven, all the trees will change and will be basically Christmas themed. I said in the chat, come here. And guys, I'm going to start the modifications to really make my Brookhaven much better and improve this Christmas update, which is already very good, but I'm sure there are many ways to make it even better. Guys, the map looks like this right now, and after some modifications, it looks like this. The crops really changed a lot, as if everything here was frozen because of the cold, and it ended up freezing. I think it turned out really cool, but I think this mountain also needs to be modified because it's green, as if it has grass, but the grass is all under the snow. So, to make it more realistic, I'm going to modify this. Perfect! Now it's very beautiful, much better than before. That mountain I won't change, this one I will have to change, and this other one I don't need to. Perfect! I changed this, and now it's much prettier. But now, we have the trees in the game because they look like this. And I think to make it more realistic, the trees need to look white, as if covered in snow, or maybe not. I'm not going to make all the trees snowy, but I'll make most of them snowy, but not all of them. He said in the chat, that's a great idea. It really is a great idea, and I'm sure it will look very cool. Perfect! I changed these trees and also those over there, and you can see it's much better than before, but I'll leave it like this because if I put snow on too many trees, it will look weird. He said in the chat, maybe a little more, maybe near the start. Okay, I'll do that. He wants me to add more snowy trees here at the beginning, so I'll add that to my game. At the start, we have several trees. I selected a few and left them like this, and it turned out pretty interesting. This tree will also be modified, as well as this thing. He said in the chat, wait, follow me. But guys, he took my car and left. I'll have to follow him on foot. Okay, this is kind of weird. Instead of letting me get in the car so I could go too, he just took off without me. But guys, he got here at the start, and you see this tree here. He said in the chat, change this tree just to see if it looks good. Okay, I'll do that. I'll modify this tree, but I'll make it white. And I think it doesn't look very good like that. It looks better this way. But guys, I'll have to modify this star and make it much bigger, although it looks weird that way. Perfect! I made the star bigger, and it looks cool, but I'll have to make it a little smaller, just like this. Now it looks exactly like this, and it's pretty nice. But guys, for those who don't know, inside the tree, we have this secret fountain. I think I'll remove it because it doesn't make much sense to have a fountain inside a tree. Perfect! I removed it. And this tree, I'll move it up a bit. I'll also have to remove these things here. Perfect! I removed this, and also that over there. And now I'm going to place this thing on the tree to make it more realistic. Now guys, I think it looks much better because we have the tree trunk here really realistic, whereas in the regular Brookhaven, you can't see the tree trunk here. So basically, my game is starting to look better than the Brookhaven update, just a little bit, but it's actually getting better. He said there in the chat, true, just a little better. It seems like he's making fun of my Brookhaven version that I made, saying I didn't change much. But guys, now I'm going to make better modifications because this snowball doesn't work. It's simply very bad, so I'll have to get a new one. Perfect! I got one that actually works, and I think I accidentally lost it. And guys, I accidentally hit myself. But look how cool this is. You'll be able to throw it at people to see who is the best. So this structure I added to the game will actually be very important because people will be able to protect themselves from other players. If there's a player right here and I try to hit them with this ball, I simply won't be able to. So I'm going to add more things like this around the map. Perfect! I got this one, and I'm going to place it exactly here. I'll even make it bigger. This one I'm also going to make bigger, and this one will also be larger. But guys, we have this other one, which is even cooler. I placed it exactly here. I can go inside and hit the players here, or even through this window, and it really works very well. Guys, you'll be able to hit the players from here, through this small window here. I can come here and hit them over there. Guys, this is going to work really well, but I'm sure there's more stuff missing here. I said in the chat, what else should I add? He said in the chat, maybe a car that drives in the snow. Well, that's true, because for those of you who don't know, in Brookhaven, we have several cars on the right, but cars like this one that drive on snow, they're specifically made for that, and they work very well. So in my Roblox game, there's going to be this too. But first, I'll have to modify the streets, because in Brookhaven, they're exactly like this. But in my game, it's very weird because there's no snow. So I selected all the streets in the game. Perfect! I modified this, and it really looks much better. The streets are full of snow. But here, I forgot to put snow, so I'll add it now. But guys, there's something really important missing, which is simply the snow. He said in the chat, wait, what do you mean? It seems like he didn't understand what I said. But guys, I have to add this snow to my game. I'm sure it's going to look much better. He said in the chat, oh okay, I understand now. Looks like he got it now. But now it's snowing here in the game. A really interesting snow that's falling down here on the map. It's not a lot of snow, but it's not too little either. Actually, it's even pretty well done. But guys, I want to test this snowball on the players to see if I can actually beat them. So I grabbed this car, which is full of snow, and I'm going to leave it exactly here. I I also grabbed this other one because it's really big. I'm sure it's going to be really cool. And I also grabbed this other one, which looks like a movie car. And guys, I can drive all of them really realistic. There's also this other car, which I want to see if it works. And it does work, and it works really well. It's really fast, but you can see that the map really looks much better. But I think the best thing I changed, for sure, was this here, and also the Christmas tree, which now looks exactly like this. These modifications are also very interesting, and also the snowball. He said in the chat, I really want to play this. Look, so let's enter here, in my Roblox game. Perfect! I'm in my Roblox game, and I have admin commands, so I can type the secret command, and now I can fly. But guys, my friend is also here. He's coming here to drive this car. Guys, I'm also coming here because I haven't tested this car yet. He said in the chat, this doesn't work. Actually, it does work, because he started speeding up here. Guys, you can see that it really works. It's a really interesting car. But guys, he still hasn't noticed that there's this secret item that I can use here in the game. So guys, I'm going to use the secret commands, and I'm going to teleport him here. Perfect! He's here now, and it's the end for him. He lost the game, but now I'm going to grab this giant car. He said in the chat, what did you do? Looks like he's confused, especially since he didn't realize there's this item. But guys, he's right there, and now he grabbed this item and is trying to hit me. But he can't, because he's too far away, and he lost all of a sudden. But guys, he's coming here, trying to hit me, but he won't succeed, because every time he throws, I dodge. But this time I lost. He's laughing in the chat and said, easy. Guys, but I'm going to hit him from here, and I just hit him. He said in the chat, wow, that was close. But guys, a player joined here, and I'm going to try to hit him from here, but it's a bit hard. And I hit him. Finally, I got him. But guys, there are a lot of people here. I'm going to try to hit them from here. Guys, there's a player here, and he lost. I'm going to make him lose. I'm trying to hit him, and I hit this one, and this one too. And guys, my game is really good. But guys, now the players are giants, and it's going to be easier to hit them. I hit this one too, and also this one. Guys, there's a giant cat here, and I just hit him. Guys, there's a player here. I'm going to make him lose, but actually, I lost. And guys, if you want to add me here on Roblox, just click the member button, and I'll add you here on Roblox.